make over a pantry jar, and I'm going to be using the absolute fabulous Rhinestone stencils, and of course I'm going to be using a fleur-de-lis. I'm going to try to make this kind of more old world. I am going to end up altering the glass a little bit. I'm going to be using this one, I think, down here because it pretty much fills up this whole side. So let's get started. We're going to decoupage the top. I've got a cute little new knob for the top. This is from Hobby Lobby. And then we're going to use we're going to use these amber colored rhinestones here. All right, so this is just a pantry jar that I've picked up from the Goodwill. You can find these anywhere. I get them all over the place. I did this in my, if you guys are a Royal, you would have seen me do this method on Monday in Royals. And it's just heavy body gel in the matte finish. It's like a 3D effect, and it's from Pentart. And then I'm going to use these color kicks from Posh Chalk in the color Mocha Delight. So you're going to take some heavy body gel. Okay. And I just kind of gloop it all in a bowl. So this is going to make our glass look a little bit frosted. And then I am going to color it with the color kicks from Posh Chalk. All right, so I don't want to put too much. Okay. Hiding. All right, so I'm just going to take a foam brush. All I'm going to do is go in here with a little bit of this. And I just want to give this, it's almost going to give it like a frosted. I don't want to like cover it all up. See how I'm just going to give it kind of an old world frost? See how it just kind of makes it a little old world, a little grungy. So we're just going to do all the sides. We're going to do the whole glass. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take some of the Posh Chalk pigments, and all I want to do is go in with this dry powder. That's all this is. To pour just a little bit of just that dry, I'm not mixing with anything, it's just that powder. And I'm just gonna grab like a larger, like fluffy brush, okay? It's brand new. And I'm just gonna dip into, these are the Posh Chalk pigments, right? And all I'm gonna do is kind of like, and I know it's hard to see, it's harder to see on camera, but it gives, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Not really, but trust me, it's there. It puts like this beautiful, like shimmer. It just looks cool. Okay. So now I am going to put this off to the side, and I want to paint the lid, which we're going to decoupage with this right here, and get that to be all matchy like old world. I think I'm going to put some Would You Bend around the side. So let's heat that up real quick. Super easy peasy. I'm gonna measure it out here. And when you get your Would You Bend all heated up, you know what happens. It bends, therefore it's Would You Bend. So if you're using Would You Bend, you want to use wood glue. And I'm just going to stick this on, push it together. And you can spruce up just about anything with some Would You Bend. So see, kind of give it a little zhuzh. Gonna give it a little zhuzh. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this French linen. It's like an off-white from, this is Folk Art Hobby Lobby. And I'm just gonna paint the whole thing. It's bright background, see? Super easy peasy. So I got that done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this. This is Distressed Harlequin from Reba Rose. And all I'm gonna do is take my infuser from Posh Chalk and I'm gonna give it a little squirt there. So it's just some Posh Chalk pigment infuser. It's my decoupage medium. And I'm just going to lay that down. Give the top a nice little I'm going to take my little sander and I'm just going to sand that paper off. Okay, so that is on there pretty stinking good, and you can see, look at, doesn't that look old worlish? All right, so I am gonna poke a hole down there because we're gonna put our topper back on there, and I don't even think I have to iron it. That's pretty good. So I am gonna take a little bit more infuser, and I'm just going to secure that, you know, seal that paper. So we're just gonna let this sit for a minute. We'll let that kind of dry. And we can move on to our stencils. All right, so what I wanna do, this is how I usually keep my pantry jars. So see what this is gonna look like? Isn't this gonna be really cute? I'm gonna take I'm gonna lay this down. And I'm gonna take, this is the stencil I wanna use. This is the Rhinestone stencil from Totally Dazzled. These are reusable. And I'm gonna use this one right here. And what you do, they're already perforated, which makes it super easy. It looks weathered, exactly like it's something you'd find like in a French castle. And you're just peeling it. Off. And then when you're done, you're gonna put it back on this to reuse. Now I am gonna put this on my jeans and kind of like make it not so sticky. I don't want it to, let's see. I don't want it to do anything to my paint. All right, so what I'm gonna do, and I thought this one filled it up quite nicely. Let me set it up right and see. I'm gonna use a black Sharpie. Or you can do a pencil, it doesn't really matter. I just find Sharpies work good. And you're just gonna hold this down and you are going to stencil, just dot. Just like by leaving a little black dot. And you're just gonna stencil out your design. But look at, so see, I know it doesn't look like much, but you can kind of see the fleur there, right? So now we're gonna get busy. I wanna use, I think I'm gonna use this color, and number 3 is called Amber. Love the amber. So I'm gonna use the Amber Stones from Totally Dazzled. These are 10SS. You get your little sorting tray. You got your B7000. All right, so now I'm just gonna grab my picker pen right here, my Totally Dazzled picker pen. Now just wait, because this is where the magic happens, okay? And I'm just gonna start, and it's just a dot of glue wherever, you know, I laid down the marker is where you're gonna just put a rhinestone, okay? see where they're going? And I know it doesn't look like much right now. Just wait. Just wait. Do you know what I mean? But look at how cool that is. I love this. So I have the lid. Now what I want to do on the side is I want to paint the side black. And then I'm going to go over it with my Posh Chalk patinas. All right, so I'm just going to do the sides here in this black. Metal, it doesn't get hot. So see how it's black right now? And I'll let you guys stare at that for a while. I want to make this more bronze to match like how we made the lid. Okay. So now I'm going to go on. This is what I used yesterday. I just used the Posh Chalk patinas and I mix my black and my copper together. I know I make a mess, but it's how I roll. You're going to need a little rag, and then turn this, I'm going to dip it in here, and this is going to give us like the royal bronze color that we all love, but it's also going to protect that paint. So there's the bronze. All I'm going to do is take a little bit of the black patina from Posh Chalk, and I'm going to go in just a little bit, like right around here, because that's kind of like where we filed off, you know, where we filed off the paper, and you can kind of see some of that white. It's gorgeous. I love it with the Woodgie bend. So see, they're Totally Dazzled stencils, and with that gorgeous, isn't that like old world kind of jive? Is I'm gonna replace, we gotta put a knob on it. Take those same rhinestones and I'll, you know me, I'll end up rhinestoning like all of these little points. And if you, but look at how beautiful that is, guys. That's the new Totally Dazzled. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? And see all that shimmer from the pigments? That's the Posh Chalk pigments, just the dry powder. Like, you can come in here, get your little rag, and you might, oh yeah, see, watch. So you give that a little antiquing there. See how it just kind of warmed that up even more so? See, now what I'm saying, now that it all kind of flows together, and it's got that frosted glass, so I wanted to give it an old world vibe, and see how good it goes now with the lid. Thanks for having me here today. I hope you guys enjoyed my little craft today, and I inspired you to go make something fabulous and sparkly.
Totally Dazzled sells sparkling rhinestone wedding supplies. Check us out at totallydazzled.com. But before you do, click up here and download our free printable sparkle quotes. Or click down here and watch one of our other awesome tutorials.